Good morning, good morning, good morning. This is Gail Gilmore, and if it's Wednesday morning, it's time for your GEM Nugget. All right, I just took my 10,000 steps this morning. I'm feeling good. It is a beautiful day out here today. I'm just thinking about the children going back to school. I know a lot of children have already gone back to school in many areas. I believe this week, Newport News and Hampton went back to school. And then the rest of our kids are going back next week, day after Labor Day. And I was thinking, I think the thing that students hate the worst is taking tests in school. And I felt the same way. If I could get through school without taking tests, that would be great. And I know most of you felt the same way, even when you were in school. Um, and here in Virginia, we have to take, or the students have to take tests called SOLs, which stands for Standards of Learning. But we take a test all the time, and I want to call it the Standards of Living, the Standards of Living. And also, I know when I was in school, I always hoped that I'd get a nice teacher. A nice teacher. You didn't want the mean teacher, you wanted the nice teacher. And, wouldn't it be great if we had nice teachers that would even give us the answer to these tests? Not only be nice and everything, but give us the answers to the tests. They teach, but it would be nice if they gave us the answer to the test. I did have a teacher that did exactly that. When I was working on my master's program for my master's degree, um, we had a choice. We had to either write a thesis or take a comprehensive test. I chose to take the comprehensive test, but the word was going around that there was one teacher that gave the question for the test. And not only did he give the question and what the question was going to be on this comprehensive test consisted of three questions. But the word went around that this one professor gave the answer. He gave you the question and he also gave you the answer. And so that teacher's class was full, and I was right there. And so I took my notes. He said, I'm going to give you the question. I'm going to give you the formulas that you'll need to figure out this question, because you're going to have to write a detailed answer, and you have to have all the things that support your answer. I'm going to give you the formulas. It was a class about research and statistics. And so if they give you numbers, you could just stick the numbers into this formula, and then you could come to your conclusions. And we were taking notes. And if I didn't quite understand something, I'd raise my hand. Could you repeat that again? But anyway, sure enough, when it was time for the test, it was exactly what he said. The question was the same, word for word. And we plugged the numbers. I plugged the numbers in. And you know what? That one question took 10 pages to answer. I had to write about 10 pages to thoroughly answer that question. But you know what? I passed. I passed that comprehensive test, and I got that master's degree. And I just give credit for that teacher that was willing to give us the question and give us the answer to the test. We have a teacher like that. His name is God. Deuteronomy 30:19. He said, I set before you life and death, blessing and cursing. Get this, y'all. Then he gives you the answer. He tells you which one to choose. He said, choose life, that you and your seed will live. Oh, if we need to pass the standards of living test, we have a teacher that will not only teach us, but he'll give us the test and he'll give us the answer to the test. So choose life. Oh, I love that. I love that. I think somebody needed that for today. You need to choose life. And how do we learn how to choose life? That's from the Word of God. Choose life that you and your seed, not just you, this is for your children, your children's children, and your children's children, that you will live. I think that's a good nugget for this morning. Choose life. And hook up hook up with the teacher that'll give you the right answers in order to make the right choices in life. Just in case you missed it last night, Church School Live, the lesson that's coming up for September the 4th, you need to tune into the GEM Nugget if you missed that. Because speaking of choices, we're talking about how God makes exceptional choices. We talked about Abram on last night. So if you missed that, go ahead and tune in. But then tune in Thursday for life study. Life study. Choose life that you and your seed will live. My husband, Pastor James E. Gilmore, he will be on Thursday night at 7 p.m. Oh, it's just been exciting. And in case you haven't heard, Grace and Twine Ministry, we're getting ready to move into a new building. That is exciting as well. So we ask you to keep supporting us with your prayers, keep on supporting us with your financial donations and so forth. But overall, you need to choose life. Choose life. Choose life. Let me get back to that. Choose life. Choose and hook up with the teacher that'll give you the answer to the question so you will have a prosperous and blessed life. Bye-bye.